they'll be better with better players on the field. All right. Mike North will join us. That'll be at 4:30. Also, Mike Golick's going to join us at 5:30. Okay? I thought Zander did a great job yesterday. I mean, taking you through the football game, post-game comments from the game last night, this morning on Birds 365. Make sure you guys are all plugged in. It's Cleveland Browns coming up. They have that scrimmage this coming week also. And then they'll play, I believe, next Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, against the Cleveland Browns. And there'll be some good work there for Mulata and with Lane Johnson, with Myles Garrett. Those guys all really respect one another a lot. Okay, without further ado, did a great job last night. Our boy, Big Z. Zander Krause joins us now. How you doing?
What's up, Big Sills? How you doing, brother?
Absolutely fabulous. All right, Zander, what's your takeaways last night?
Incredible game for a lot of reasons. One of the more fun preseason games I can remember. I think overall I was just enjoying watching it. Darius Cooper should be on the football team. Don't try and sell me some song that he shouldn't. That kid can play. And Tanner McKee can flat out play. I mean, that kid deserves to be a starting quarterback. I'm not saying it's going to be here in Philly, but that kid's going to be a starting quarterback one day. The way he reads the field, the pocket presence for a guy that's 6'6" and isn't, great with the running stuff. Thought he really felt the pressure well. Can throw on the run, got a great arm, great timing. I mean, he was on the money. There's no doubt about it. He was on the money. And then cornerback, we got a big issue. Coming into the year right now. I'm not ready to fully count out Ringo just yet, but at some point you got to show something. At some point you got to show me something. I know it was Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow, probably the best tandem in the league, but got to show me something. And then Sidney Brown, I'm a little worried about. I mean, guy can't rap. Guy's a really strong dude, plays football in a good physical way, but if you can't rap and you're going to get hurt tackling, you're not going to be in a good position to play in the NFL in a long-term timeline. So questions there, questions at corner. Love Darius Cooper. Loved Tanner McKee.
How about the edges?
Edges were a no-show. Did you see an edge make a play outside of Patrick Johnson?
No.
I didn't see an edge make a play last night. I didn't see Josh Uche. I saw him pressure the quarterback once when he rolled out to the right.
Right.
That's it. I didn't see Ojulari anywhere to be found.
You understand?
Robinson was positive.
Okay, it was. And remember something. I think that was the benefactor, him being a benefactor of having Mulata and Lane going against, and he was going against a lesser player. That played out last night.
Yeah.
What people aren't getting, Zander, is that 35 men will be taken off that field last night that you saw.
Yeah, I love that perspective by you.
Over 60% of your roster is playing last night.
Yeah, I love that perspective by you because most people just default to, preseason stupid, doesn't give a shit. Who cares about it? But you're right. Half the damn team, more than half the team.
More than half
is out there.
Was playing last night.
Yeah, it's a good take. And honestly, speaking from that perspective in the macro, I feel like the team's got better depth than I thought. I mean, I'm not saying they were all worthy of a starting spot, but I saw some guys out there who could play football last night. Like I didn't see a whole lot of stiffs until the fourth quarter. I saw some dudes that, all right, maybe they're battling, maybe they're bottom of the roster right now, or fighting for on the bubble, but I saw some dudes that could play ball for sure. Now there are certain spots that are weaker than others, but I definitely thought overall it was a pretty good showing from our backups.
What'd you make of the running back group?
Loved it. How about AJ Dillon?
Yeah.
Dude,
5'4".
And I've known him as a player that's been very physical, which is great. I mean, he, that's one thing we brought. But how about a little bit of that shiftiness? Making a couple guys miss. I'm like, all right, this guy's got a little bit more in the arsenal than just put your shoulder down and ram somebody. So I thought AJ Dillon was good. I like the kid toward the end, Keelan Robinson, who I thought played pretty well, ran the ball hard. Will Shipley obviously had that big run early in the game, but Will Shipley wasn't the best part about that run. It was Tyler
Steen.
Yeah, beautiful seal off. Almost reminded me of the way Becton sealed that hole off. So I thought that was a good positive there as well.
How about this? Tanner McKee destroyed that Cincinnati Bengals starting defensive football team and Al Golden. That's the group that they're going to line up an opening week with was out there. McKee went through them like Swiss cheese, bro. Cheese. He was just fucking everywhere. So
you know what makes Tanner so good is it's up here more than it's the arm is great. He's got a good arm talent, but he reads a defense, dissects, in the head. You can see him go through the progression.
He
Boom,
processes
boom, boom.
better.
He processes so quickly, and when you have that, and the ability to deliver the ball, you're going to be a competent quarterback.
I'm going to make a comment to you, and I'm going to try. Listen, I'm going to make a comment to you about Tanner McKee versus Hurts. I think Hurts has more in the toolbox to be able to beat teams than what Tanner does. Tanner is more limited because he's got to win in the pocket, and he's got to win because he's limited with mobility. Yeah. Whereas Hurts has more in the toolbox.
Yeah, with the arm, with the legs.
More of a threat to win a game and more difficult to defend. But my point would be he processes better in the pocket. I think he's more accurate. I think that he made I've never seen Johnny Wilson and Anais Smith. I'm not even calling him Anus any longer because he showed up last night. And I thought the kid made everyone around him look better. Not that Jalen doesn't. I'm just saying as a pocket
it looks
guy,
different with Jalen.
Okay, as a pocket guy, he looks like he's more skilled as a passer from that pocket than what Hurts does. Again, that doesn't mean he's better. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he looks more of the traditional set of how you win ball games. If you're going to have a guy that's going to be a pocket presence quarterback, he's more Brady-like in a way. Brady can't run. Manny can't run.
He's definitely like a traditional quarterback, better at being a traditional quarterback than her. I don't think that's even a knock at all. That would be like saying,
it's not.
That would be like saying Brady's is an awful runner, and you take offense to that.
Lamar Jackson is a better
does things differently. There's no doubt.
I mean, Lamar Jackson is an all-around better player than Tom Brady.
I probably disagree with one.
Tom Brady's a better quarterback, though.
I probably disagree with the accuracy part. I think Jalen's been real accurate. It's one of the things I think he's improved on the most in his career. I've seen him make some really tight window throws, but I do agree from a processing standpoint and a timing standpoint. I think Tanner's just – remember, here's the other thing.
You think it's because he's taller?
Well, no, I think it's for this reason. Okay, and I don't even think it's inherent in Jalen and he can't do it. Jalen has gone through his entire life being able to run around everybody that's on the field. From high school to college, he's probably been the best guy on the field, more athletic than the next guy, faster than the next guy, can put a move on him, and can make a play. Tanner McKee couldn't do that. Tanner McKee, his whole life, has had to beat teams from the pocket, which means what's the exponential growth of that on a growth curve for somebody that does that their entire life, and it's their only way to get good at being a good quarterback is to do it from the pocket, versus a guy like Jalen who's been able to beat teams in so many different ways. Again, it's not a knock on Hurts. It shows you the two different styles of play that they have.
This is a style thing. And by the way, when I said taller, I meant because he sees the field more.
Yeah, I know what
Hurts
you meant.
Hurts is 6'1".
I know what you meant. Hurts is short, and we got a big O line, dude.
Right.
We got a big O line.
6'6". You're going to see and process better when you're tall like that. I've told you before, I think Hurts is one of the smartest guys in the National Football League at the quarterback position. I think that's one of the total traits that they did by getting those quarterbacks. They got smart guys back there, man. And it was on display here. How you feeling about the wide receiver room after last night a little bit? How do you feel outside of A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith? Do you feel pretty good about it?
I feel like we got a guy that you can line up on the outside.
I feel like you got a few dudes.
I thought Jahan Dotson looked better.
Yeah, I thought he was good too.
He ran with confidence, ran a good route, nice cut to the middle, good run after the catch, created good separation. That Darius Cooper, dude, like I've had so many people say, it's just preseason. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit what it is. That dude can play football. All right. I don't really give a shit what it is. I don't care if it's a practice. That guy can play ball. Some dudes you look at and you say, that guy knows how to play. He was Sills, did you look up the numbers he had at Tarleton State?
Yeah.
Now, I know it's Tarleton State, but all right, now he's doing it in the NFL in the preseason game. How many times are we going to quantify what the guy can do in the field by giving you it's because of this. Oh, it's because he played at Tarleton State. Oh, it's because it's I don't give a shit. That guy created space. That guy created separation. That guy used his hands. That guy was a physical player. That guy can play. I want that guy on our football team. I'll be real pissed if they cut him, and he'll get picked up quick.
Do you know why I heard John talking about why he got looked over. The National Football League doesn't recruit HBCU schools or Division I AA very well.
Is Charlton State an HBCU?
No, it's a 1AA school.
1AA? Okay.
Okay, so Zander, nowadays with the NIL and the transfer portal, look where Howie hangs out.
Yeah.
Howie hangs out in the SEC.
Yeah, and
he
even
doesn't hang.
yeah.
And as a matter of fact, this guy's at UDFA. He didn't draft him.
And it's not just Howie. Look across the league.
No, across the league.
Right. John, I love that John called that out too. He's like, every time I ever talk to a scout, they've always told me one thing: never scout the helmet. And then you got this guy who becomes an undrafted free agent. He was like, second or third in the college football last year for receiving. Again, D1 AA. So, but that's scouting the helmet. That kid can play. And by the way, I like his mentality. His interview after the game was awesome. He gets up there, nobody knows who the hell he is. Says his name, says where he played college ball, says it's one thing, and I'm happy to be here. I mean, and then he threw in that Sirianniism. All right, did you hear that? He threw in a little Sirianniism. You can't be great without the greatness of others. I'm like, this guy deserves to be here. He
kind of has a skill set to me, a little bit of Deebo Samuel.
Dude, I said between Deebo and AJ. Now, not from a talent. I said that to Johnny.
No, I know what you're saying.
I meant
you're talking skill set.
Stockier dude like Deebo.
Yeah, you're talking.
And he plays physical on the outside like AJ. Again, it doesn't mean he's as good. No. There's plenty of guys that model their game after players.
That doesn't mean you're comparing him.
Yeah, but I think that's what I saw in terms of just the comp. Yeah, just the comp for the way he played in the body. Yeah.
How do you think Kevin Pattillo did in play calling last night?
Thought he looked good, man. Thought he looked. I always say there's like an eye test I use on coordinator. Some guys look like they. That was one of the things I hated about Kellen Moore. Guy just looked like a nerd on the side. He just didn't look like a football coordinator. Like when you look at Vic Fangio, you're like, yeah, that's a DC. You look at even Steve Spagnuolo, you're like, that's a fucking DC right there. I looked at Patullo last night. I'm like, hey, he looks like he looks like a football guy to me. He looks like a coach to me. And I thought more importantly, he called a good game. I like the route concepts. I don't know if that's because it was Tanner and he plays the game a different way and you need to obviously draw him up, but I loved it. I mean, I thought he used the middle of the field. Thought he ran the ball well, used play action very well. Didn't just keep Tanner stuck in the pocket, rolled him out a little bit. I thought Patullo had a great night.
What do you think Vic's thinking right now?
That he needs a cornerback.
Okay.
And he needs a safety.
Yeah. Now my question
he probably needs an edge rusher too, because let's be real. Yeah. I was high on Uche, but Uche and Ojulari, they were like nowhere to be found.
Rank those. Corner, safety, edge. What do you say? Give me a ranking of need.
Probably corner one for me, because while I am worried about the edge, I feel like we're going to have good pressure up the middle. So again, it's not ideal. Like you want pressure off the edges too, but you want pressure. And I'm pretty confident that Jalen Carter and Ajoma are going to get some pressure from the interior. Does that mean the outside is going to be great? No, it doesn't. But it would mean that I'm more worried about the corner, because you saw how quick you can change a game when you have a corner that can't cover. I mean, if you have that in a playoff game, a touchdown like that turns the game on its head. If you don't get home to the quarterback, all right, you can live to see another down.
Yes.
You do not want a guy on defense that gives up splash plays like that over and over again. And I know John tried to write it off as, look, this is the best quarterback wide receiver duo in the league. I agree with that. That doesn't mean I want you to look like a toast.
Yeah, what about the other guys that were working him over?
Yeah, there was a couple other guys.
Dory Jackson was fucking.
Dory Jackson was worse, by the way. He stinks.
There's no doubt that Ringo gave up the plus 25, but dude, that guy played off the ball. He couldn't tackle, and get this, it looked like he was almost afraid to tackle. I mean, he just looked soft to me. How do you think Trotter played?
I thought Trotter played all right. I mean, he was good at
I think a lot of the guys in front of him had a lot to do with some of the inconsistency a little bit, maybe that you saw in there as well. That'll change when you have Carter and Davis in there. You know what I mean? Okay, you're not going to have some of those guys in their lap. So you think Trotter was good?
I thought he was good. I didn't think he was anything crazy up here or anything down here. I thought he kind of was a middle guy, saying it right in there.
How about Jahad Campbell?
Probably some questions there. I thought he looked good. I think he was around the ball a lot. Clearly has athletic prowess. Clearly an NFL player. But I think I think in terms of him being up to speed and ready to contribute in year one, might have some questions about that. I mean, Munden played more than him. I don't know if it's because they're protecting him more. Munden was out there first before him. I don't know what that means, if anything at all.
It's a playbook.
What's that?
I think it's a playbook thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Which
is weird because he's a defensive player that played. He was one of the last Saban guys. Saban's a defensive guy first, remember?
Yep.
And Saban loved him. So I didn't think that picking up things from a defensive schematic standpoint would be his dilemma. But it might be. I mean, look, Vic is a tough scheme, but Munden seems to have picked it up well.
Yeah. I think Vic's scheme compared to Saban's scheme is a little bit more tighter run than it is with Saban. I think Saban allows his guys to freelance a tad bit more, and you get guys like Will Anderson and those guys. You ever wonder why sometimes, Zander, some of those guys come into the NFL and they're not quite what they look like when they were at Alabama? You know why? I don't think Nick really has his guys on defense. I think they can freelance more. I think when you get into the NFL, I don't think you can freelance as much. And I think that limits some of those guys. I mean, if you look at some of the top defensive players that he's come out, Will Anderson, Hightower was good. Surtain is good.
Yeah.
I mean, who else?
Brian Branch, safety.
Okay.
Good player in Detroit. There's a couple others. I probably don't have them all.
But that's 17 years.
Yeah. Well, no, I know that. I mean, there's probably more I could come up with, but I hear you. It's nothing right. Crazy.
We're not talking about look. I think Branch is a great player.
Minka Fitzpatrick is a good one by Kyle. Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of guys. I mean,
okay. So, who do you think starts in the opener?
Where?
Linebacker.
At linebacker, Trotter and Vaughn. I don't think they're going to go off that. I think Trotter's played well enough to keep him on the field. Like I view Trotter. Obviously not like from a long-term perspective, but for this year as like an Oren Burks, but instead of playing at the end of the year, you're playing at the beginning of the year. I think he's going to be a steady force. I don't think he's going to be this crazy big splash player. I don't think he's going to be the best linebacker on the field. I don't think he's going to dominate games, but I think he's going to be very solid. And I think that's what you want from a player like that. And then I wonder what they'll go to. I mean, you got to wonder, what's the best opportunity for a fifth-round player in year two? All you want is to be on the field. He has an opportunity. I'm not saying he's going to take it or not. Dude, if you play good enough, they're not going to take you off the field. That's how it works. So Trotter can go out there and maybe earn himself some long-term playing time with this team, and it's going to be curious to see. But I do think he'll be the starter week one.
I want to read you this here, Zander. By the way, guys, hit the like button. Supers go to the top. We'll read them at the end here. Zander. And then we'll do that exercise about Tanner McKee here in a minute, too. Where is Cooper DeJean trending towards lining up this year? Safety, corner, or nickel after last night's first exhibition game? Where do you think the need is more for him?
Probably safety.
Or do you think they're thinking that way? The need for the team. Remember what Vic says, the roster will dictate where he's
right.
going.
And I think ideally they want him to stay in the nickel. I do. I think they would like for the safety to pan out so that they don't have to move him. But when you talk about a Vic Fangio scheme, he would probably be most beneficial this year at safety. I think. At least I think that's what Vic would want him to do. Now, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see him stay in the slot one more year, because he was so damn good there. But that would mean that the safeties are panning out. I mean, what's more important to Vic? I don't know. That's a question he would have to answer. I can't speak for him, but I kind of want to see Cooper on the outside, honestly. I really do. I know people have an issue with that.
Don't you think if they thought he could play that, they put him out there?
Well, he also is one corner. Like, not every corner has as versatile a skill set as he does. So in a sense, it's not to say he couldn't be out there.
You think he's a corner?
I think he could play corner. Do you think he couldn't play corner, really?
No, I know. I didn't say that. I didn't say that, but I have to think that if they thought he could play it, they'd put him out there and give him some reps during camp, wouldn't they have?
You would,
or maybe last night.
Not like my point with it is not every cornerback has the skill set he does. Quinyon Mitchell probably wouldn't be as good at safety or slot.
Yeah,
like,
but you're
Cooper has this versatile skill set where you can use him all over the place, so he's more valuable on the inside, even though in theory, outside's a more valuable spot.
See, but for me, I never identified him as a corner. I identified him as a safety. You're identifying him as a corner. That's why you think he can play out there.
I think he's a secondary guy.
I don't identify him like that. I never did when you drafted him.
I think he's a secondary guy. I think he's a great guy in the secondary, sees the field well. And look, I mean, he is a versatile player from a sense of you want him around the ball.
I've never seen a safety move the corner. I've seen corners move the safety. I mean, that's just been my kind of – now, hey, he may change the room. Zander, he might change the room. I don't know.
I'll answer the question. Do you think he can play outside cornerback or not?
Do I think so after watching him a year ago? Yeah. In the zone?
So why isn't they putting him out there?
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
because I think he's more valuable at spots, different spots of the defense.
Last night may predicate them putting him out there now.
Look, most corners, I agree with you, where if they put him on the inside, you would think, okay, it's because he can't play outside. I don't think that's actually the case with Cooper. I think it's the rare side of he's so good around the ball. We would rather him be here because he brings more overall to the defense, and we would rather put a guy who can play zone corner well on the other side. Now, Adoree Jackson's not that guy, and it doesn't look like Ringo's that guy. So now you've got questions about that. I don't know. I don't think Cooper DeJean would struggle on the outside. I really don't. I'm sorry. I just don't. I think the kid would be good.
Why haven't they put him there?
Because what do you give up to put him there?
Well, don't you think it's easier to cover a safety than it is a corner?
It is, but does Vic Fangio's scheme benefit more from a player like Cooper at a different position, safety or slot?
What do you think Vic fears more getting beat by, on the numbers or in the middle of the field? Probably the middle of the field. That's why probably Cooper's playing in the middle.
Right, which is what I'm kind of talking about.
The middle of the field is more important to Vic.
That's what I mean. It might be more valuable for Vic to say, I'd rather lock down one side with Quignon and the middle of the field with Cooper and leave one spot open than say, I want to lock down both of the outsides, and now I got a gaping hole in the middle with a bad safety and a bad slot.
I got to make this comment to you here, man. Sidney Brown can't tackle. He's just, I mean, who are you more concerned about right now, Keely Ringo or Sidney Brown?
Probably Keely Ringo. From an on the field. Sidney Brown, I'm worried about the injury. I don't think he can stay healthy.
You said something today that was so fucking good about Keely Ringo. I saw it too. As soon as Chase gave him a fucking shake, he stopped his feet, and the guy was in position to make the fucking play. Make the fucking play. You had it. You were there. You read it. You did it right. You didn't flip your hips. He just fucking walked the wheel route around you. You got to make that play.
I was joking last night. I'm like, it's a Kentucky Derby for him. He's got getting kicked up with the dirt in the face.
Bro,
dude, a 10-yard out route should never end in a touchdown.
No.
It might end in a completion. It should not end in a touchdown.
I mean, he could have backstepped in. Bro, you can't have that. You got to – your job as a corner is to make plays like that in open space. I want to show you something here, Zander. Guys, play along with me here, okay? Guys, hit the like button here. Then we'll get to the Super Chats here. Don't forget also, you guys loved Mike North. He's a huge Jalen Hurts and Eagle fan. The legendary Chicago Sports Talk guy will join us at 30, and then Mike Golick will join us, get his spin on the Eagles. That'll be at 5:30. How many teams do you believe that Tanner McKee right now could possibly play for? So we're going to go through a little exercise here. He's not starting in Buffalo.
No.
You think he's starting in Miami? He'd be more reliable.
I don't know if he would start Miami. Probably.
I'm going to go, yeah. I'd start him over Tua.
Dan, making me go against my Alabama boy. Yeah, probably.
But Zander, you know why only? Because I can't count on him for 17.
I know. Believe me, I know. I know, man.
Okay.
I know.
It's not because I think that he throws a better. I just think that the durability. How about this one here? Do you think he could start in New York with the Jets?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, if I'm the Jets, I'm calling.
Now, let's see here now. Do you think he can start in Cleveland?
Honestly?
Yeah.
I do.
I do
You got
too.
Shador, you got Dylan Gabriel, you got Joe Flacco, you got Kenny Flickett. I think that's Tanner McKee's job.
I don't think he could start in Pittsburgh over Rodgers. I
No,
don't.
not at this point.
No,
But they'd be smart to go for him too, because you put him on the bench for a year behind Rodgers, and then you got a quarterback.
you're not starting him in Cincinnati. Okay. Are you starting him in Indianapolis?
Yeah, they got Daniel Jones right now, and Anthony Richardson, who has literally proven fucking nothing.
You starting him over Geno Smith in Las Vegas?
Geno's done a lot more.
Okay, so no.
Well, what would you do?
Where am I going with Geno?
Yeah, well, if you're going on a long-term timeline, you want to win a game, you probably go with Geno. You want to take the direct.
I want to build my team. I'm going with Tanner.
You probably go youngster. You probably go Tanner.
Right. I want to build my team around this guy.
You probably go Tanner.
Vegas. Okay. Let's see here. So let's go down. Here's another one. New York Giants.
Who do they got? Jackson Dart and Russell Wilson?
And Jameis Winston.
Probably not yet.
Yeah, because of Dart, right?
Well, they drafted Dart. I think Russell Wilson probably, I don't know. I mean, he's definitely past his prime, obviously. Jameis Winston is what he is.
Here's another one for you. Ready for this one? Okay. You start him over J.J. McCarthy?
Hell yeah, I would. Are you kidding me? He would be – can you imagine him with Addison and Jefferson? He'd be cooking. They got to go to a line up there in Minnesota too, man. That's a good team.
Brian Flores on defense?
I would be calling if I were them. Are you kidding me? That team is a Super Bowl contender with Tanner McKee.
What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. So let's go here now to another one. How about Atlanta?
Who do they got? That Penix dude? Just because I'm a Michael Penix hater, then I'm saying yes. I'm not a Penix fan at all. I'm not a hater. I'm just not a fan.
I don't think the guy's good. How about
what has he done to get this treatment? I don't know. He drafted 8th overall.
How about New Orleans?
Hell yeah, that's an easy one. What do they got?
Okay.
Tyler Shuck?
Okay. How about Carolina? Another Bama guy. Here's another Bama take.
Well, look, I'm a Bama guy, but I'm also got to be objective. I mean, Bryce Young is, he's like 5'9". I mean, you probably don't want that in the long term, but they spent a 1st overall pick on him. I don't think he would go there and actually start because of that. But I think in theory, he's probably, I don't know. Bryce is good. He's just small. Bryce is good. He reads well. He's a good quarterback.
He had a really good game.
Really small, dude. He's really small.
I'm gonna say no. He's not gonna beat him out yet. Okay?
Yeah, I think no there too.
How about this? Seattle beating out Sam Darnold?
Probably not. Not after what Darnold did last year. I mean, he did lead his team to 14 wins. I mean, he had a great year last year.
He did.
Look at Underdog. How about in Philly? Underdog, I knew you'd be in here. Underdog, if there's one day I knew you were showing up, it's fucking today, brother.
How about Arizona?
I'm not the biggest Kyler Murray guy in the world, so I'd probably go, Get Tanner McKee to Marvin. Now, he's not better than Kyler. It's a preference thing for me there.
Yeah, but
would you start him over Kyler?
I would.
Kyler's got more talent, though.
Don't you see a little bit of kind of the skill sets of Brock Purdy and Tanner McKee a little bit, how they command the huddle? Purdy's better. I'm not starting him over Purdy either, but I see a kind of that kind of guy. I see that in the pocket, smart.
There's no doubt that Tanner has had control of that offense last night. I mean, great. He had an understanding of where everybody was. I mean, he was good.
You know what the most impressive thing was last night? He got to play in so fast. He got to the line of scrimmage. He had 12 seconds to set the offensive line. Dude, he got to the line of scrimmage, man. He processed that information so fucking fast last night, and you can see it. By the way, he doesn't have shitty feet. He drops back.
Would you take Tanner McKee or Brock Purdy right now to start a franchise?
It's jaded because I've seen Brock Purdy play, but I'll tell you what.
I don't give a shit. You've seen Jalen Hurts play too. Who would you take? I would take
I
McKee.
really like the kid Purdy. I mean, I
I
really
know you do. You have like a weird heart on for Purdy.
But I love the size of Tanner. That's 6'7". He's, you know what that is? That's 6'7" is like
Hey, Brock Purdy is
Roethlisberger.
6'7".
Like Roethlisberger kind of
Like
shit.
you said, though, he's Purdy 6'7".
Man, I like 6'7". Big guys beat little dudes up, dude.
I know you do. I know you do.
Okay.
Sam. I've been listening to you for 5 years when it comes to the quarterback side.
Plus, he can see over the middle of the field. Man, that's a tough one. I hate to go against my boy Purdy, but
I knew Twiz would pick up on that one.
I'm gonna go fucking San Fran. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 teams. That guy could start right now. Now, the big conversation today was this, Zander. Zander, would you trade him for a corner, an established corner, and another draft pick to get an established corner? Now, before you answer this, let me ask you this. Do you believe that Tanner McKee could pull off a Nick Foles if you guys fucking end up losing Hurts for the playoffs? Do you think he could win you a Super Bowl? I do.
Why am I not surprised that you say
Well,
that?
no, because they would they would run the ball more.
All right, look, Tanner McKee had a good game. I'm like not ready to say the guys could win us a Super Bowl, but like I think the team is good. He clearly has
5 games. I'm not talking 17 games.
I happen to think McKee has more upside than Foles.
The only thing Foles had, remember, he had an all-pro season.
Foles had a plus factor. That's
remember,
what was that? This is the thing we don't know about McKee, and we'll never know until he's in this situation. There's a lot of good, and you'll hear Mike North probably talk about it in 20-something minutes. There's a lot of quarterbacks that look really good in the regular season, and then the lights get bright, and they can't win a football game. Now, I've never seen Tanner McKee. I'm not saying he can or can't do it.
I saw him last year. I thought he was pretty impressive in that game that he was in last year. He wasn't in
a playoff game last year.
No, not playoff game, but I saw him get a first start, and I didn't think he looked awful in that first.
I'm talking about when put up when it's put up or shut up time.
I got it.
How can he do it? How can he do?
You think Tanner McKee is better than Kyle Trask, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Kyle Trask has been in the league 5 years.
Well, what are you asking then about McKee?
Okay, what I'm saying is I see more in that guy in one fucking year of play from last year to right now than I've seen in 5 years with Kyle Trask.
Kyle Trask thinks. They got Baker, though. Baker's a good quarterback.
He's a second round. No, my point is that guy's not starting anywhere except the UFL. This guy here has a shot at being somebody here. I think this guy, get this, because the Eagles are a run team. How about this? The way that defense played last year. And do you think that guy, Tanner McKee, could have kept that Super Bowl close with the way that defense played?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not saying they win, but could he have kept? Well, isn't that what you're looking for? I'm not trading that. I'm not trading that away
because the Eagles' defense literally held the Chiefs.
Right.
To, they didn't get past the 50 until the.
That's the only reason why I'm saying the guy could keep the game close.
McKee would win it. I mean, I think that was, I don't know. I hate these because you always get me into saying some shit. Then you come back and use it against me later. He's going to get me to say it. He's going to say, what do you say Jalen could do?
I'm not saying he's better than her. I'm not saying that.
I know what you're doing, Sills. You're walking me around the circus. You're getting me right where you want to get me. And then you're going to use it against me for the next 4 years, 8 years, 10 years, however long Jalen's here.
Hey, well, do you think that guy can win a playoff game for you?
Tanner?
Yes.
Yeah, they ain't call him Tanner McBrady for nothing.
Okay. That's all I'm asking. That's all I want to know is if you think that guy can win a playoff game.
Look at them red. Y'all need to remember McKee doesn't have the wheels.
That's right. Best running quarterback in pro football, maybe in Cleveland.
I hope he plays the next preseason. You know why? Because Darius Cooper is going to struggle getting passes from fucking those two stiffs that played after McKee last night.
Man, what a drop off that fucking thing was. I mean, holy shit. I mean, Okay, so
Yeah, I mean, Spa City's right, though. This is what I was trying to say. I mean, he played the Giants and the Bengals. He hasn't been. He's not battle tested. He looks good. He's got good traits, but he doesn't. He's not battle tested.
well, he was going against the ones last night for Cincy.
Yeah, Cincy. Team won
Okay.
9 games last year
Well,
with a Hall of Fame with an MVP quarterback because their defense was so bad.
So he outperformed what people thought he would against that defense, against a defense that's going to start the season for Cincinnati. Well, don't you think he's going to see a lot of those Cincinnati defenses this year? Because I do. I don't think there's a lot of great football teams with a lot of great defenses. I think Cincinnati's more of the common than it is. Don't you? You think Dallas's defense is better than Cincinnati's?
I don't think so. Dallas doesn't look good, man. That's probably my worst take of the year. Will be my worst take of the year, that Dallas was gonna win more games this year. They look brutal.
I don't know. We'll see what happens with them. But you're right. Dallas is either going to have a shit year or Dallas is either going to have a surprising year, in my opinion. All right. So
I don't think Dallas is going to have a good year.
Yeah, I said 5 or 6 wins. I don't see it. Okay, so do you think
that's a good pass rush in New York, and they're even better this year now with Abdul Carter.
Yep, absolutely. You think Howie makes a move?
I think he might have something in the pipeline. I mean, I don't know. The one exciting part about the next preseason game is that we haven't seen Ja'Cory and Bennett yet, and we've already seen the other 2 guys. We've already seen Keely Ringo and Adoree Jackson look like turnstile stiffs who we do not want playing on our football team or starting on our football team. So you have like the small glimmer of hope that, hey, Ja'Cory and Bennett just got here. Can this kid play? I don't know, but I'm at least going to wait and see and find out. So I think maybe he makes a move. The edge rushers are probably something. I mean, you really think Vic Fangio didn't want Jalix Hunt to play last night? Guy played like fucking how many snaps last year?
Yeah, I agree. I think he did. And you know what? I think they're going to wait for guys getting cut. That week before the regular season, they're going to look probably at that list of guys.
I'm gonna be a pissed off Eagles fan if they cut Darius Cooper to keep Anais Smith. I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
That will be because Howie wants to keep his
dude.
draft.
How many times have you floated the idea when we pay Jalen Carter, what's going to happen in the offense? You got a guy that you have undrafted right now that you could keep on this football team that looks like he can be a viable option on the outside and develop into something good. He showed you it first, showed you it now. John's been talking about him all through camp, but we've never seen him, so nobody knew what to make of it.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was.
You got to fucking keep that guy, dude. You can't get rid of that player. What, for Anais Smith? Come on, man. That kid's clearly an NFL wideout. Clearly.
Okay. How much money do you think he's making this year, too?
Who? Cooper?
Yeah.
Probably like $800,000.
840.
Yeah.
840.
Pay that kid.
Hey,
and when you sign it on, how many years did he sign? Can you tell?
I think it's 3.
Undrafted, got a 3-year deal.
Yeah, he's 3 years. Here, 845. Wait a minute. 840, 1 million, and then his third year, 27, is 1.1 million. Signing bonus.
Spa says it'd be stupid to keep Cooper over Smith. Why, Spa? What have you seen from freaking from Anais Smith, dude?
Nothing.
I mean, he looked okay last night. I'm not trying to,
Zander
roast the kid, but really,
Zander, they gave this
I think
guy.
They're going to keep them both. Spa is what I think.
Zander, they gave this guy a $5,000 signing bonus.
Oh my God, dude, he's probably.
Dude, here. Every year they're going to have to give him $5,000. That's all that'll count on your cap. And get this, here's your cap hits with the kid. So no, you're right. The reason it's a smart way of looking at it. Your cap hits $1 million, $845,000 this year.
Wait, let me ask you this, because John wouldn't take the bait. I knew he wouldn't. Obviously, when does John ever take the fucking bait, for crying out loud? So the Eagles traded this week. They got rid of Thomas Booker. And we talked about, it's not that big of a drop-off, right? From Booker to whoever the guy's after. It's probably why they made the move. I know Booker was a solid player, but you feel good about the guy coming in enough that they're not on the field enough that you're all right, you make the move.
Yeah.
Do you really feel like if we traded Jahan Dotson and they put Darius Cooper at wide receiver 3, it'd be this big drastic drop-off?
No, I don't.
I don't at all.
Actually, I think you probably get more versatility out of the guy that looks like Samuel.
I'm not gonna. I know everybody will get all upset if you say that, but I feel like he'll be better.
And by the way, let's be candid here. They don't really get – they had 35 throws or 35 receptions last year in that 3-hole. Maybe you could utilize it a little bit more in the slot there with this kid, because doesn't he look like more of a slot player than Dotson? Dude, Jacorian fucking Bennett is now a superstar on your fucking football team, and he ain't even played yet.
Guy was drafted one spot ahead of Ringo. Johnny Mack floated something out when that trade happened, and he said, I wonder what, because the Eagles traded up, remember, to get Ringo? They sent like a future 3, I think, actually.
That's right.
Yeah. Were they trying to get Jacorian?
Bro, you think they made a mistake letting Slay go? Or is it still too early?
He's going to be hard to replace, but it doesn't mean I think they made a mistake.
How about CJ?
CJ, I wish they brought back. I like it because
or is it too early?
Again, maybe there's more there than I know, but like even me seeing the headache that Gardner Johnson is, like, I don't really care. Like, I want a good football player. They won the Super Bowl with him on their defense last year. It wasn't that fucking bad.
No.
Right? I mean, like, everyone's like, oh, you don't keep a guy. All right, well, explain last year. I don't know. And now you got Makuba and Sidney Brown, like the battle of two turds trying to win the job. It's like, I don't know. Did we make our defense that much worse? And it kind of brought me to a wonder that I have internally that you brought up a little bit ago. And I kind of tried to push back on you in a way on it, but I wonder if it's true. Is Howie focused a little more on 26 than he is on 25?
But with trying to be competitive to win it this year.
Right. Like, again, I don't know. I'm not worried about Makuba next year. It might be a good player.
No, but they remember that topic we threw out about 4 months ago, and I said, do you believe that the Philadelphia Eagles are more concerned about 26 and 27? Well, it becomes more obvious when you see guys on the field when they're not living up to the expectations of what you saw. Now, again, let's put shit in context here. Is Jalen Carter and Bond and Reed and Q and Nolan and Jomo, are they going to improve that unit? Absolutely. There's no doubt they're going to improve it. But when you see glaring holes at safety and corner, those guys, I mean, how is Reed really going to play next to a guy who they can't figure out if they have the guy? And then doesn't that affect the corner? Doesn't that affect what you're going to try to do also with, I mean, let's be candid here, Zander. Now I know why fucking Vic is traveling Quinyon Mitchell. It's not because they were trying to give him more responsibility. They're giving him more responsibility out of necessity. That was evident last night, was it not?
Yeah, absolutely. It absolutely was.
That question was answered last night, correct?
You sure you don't want Coop on the outside?
Wait. No, I'm not.
You might have to put Coop at either safety or out. So you might have to use Coop at one of them.
Would you feel better with Sidney Brown there at safety and Cooper at corner?
Can Makuba play the slot?
Bro, I'm trying to get Makuba on the field so he doesn't get hurt in helmets and shorts. I'm just trying to get the guy on the fucking field so I see what we got here. You know what I'm saying? What'd you make of your boy Ty Robinson?
Ty, I thought, had a good night. I want to know how many people, though, in this chat right now. All right, because your show tends to draw a different crowd than the conventional Eagle fan.
Really? What gave that away?
Big Sills draws in a certain type, all right? And I happen to love each and every one of you, all right? So I get it, believe me. It's my type of show, too. But I am wondering how many in this chatter that watch your show, think that Tanner McKee would lead this team to a Super Bowl. I know it's not everybody, but I think there's some in here.
Oh, I think he could keep you. How about this? I would not be certain that he could win it. More so with Jalen. Of course,
well, you're never certain with anybody. I mean, that's how it goes.
Yeah, well, I feel more confident with a guy who's been there twice and won one. I mean, I'm going to go there with that. But I would say this to you. And if they were playing the Chiefs 7 months ago, I think that game would have been very close.
Maybe. Well, that's one game, So I agreed in that game. How's this fair in the whole season? This is what I think is
I don't
true.
think he could do that the whole season.
Right. Pull off a Nick Foles is
Do
maybe.
you think that he – wait a minute.
Perez. This dude says some zesty, goofy shit. I do, so what, Zander? Bite me. I ain't touching you, fucking
how about
Perez.
this?
You gnarly-ass motherfucker. I could smell you through the screen.
If Hurts got hurt in game 1, do you think he could take that team to the playoffs?
Yeah, I do. I think he can win 11 games.
I still think they would have a shot to win the East.
Wait a second. So you talk about Jaden Daniels like this guy's untouchable, and then you put Tanner McKee on the Eagles, and you're ready to.
You bet. I think that guy could throw the pill, dude. I think that guy's the real deal.
Let me see what the chat's saying right now.
I think that guy's the real deal.
Look at Lamar. You guys are sniffing, smelling salts. Lamar, I'm still real.
I know you love your boy. It's all good. Hey, by the way, don't dismiss.
Pumper says he's ready to trade Jalen.
No. Pump.
Underdog says Jalen Hurts week 1, 11 of 23 for 97 yards and one bullshit ass 1 yard rush.
Oh, wait a minute. I got a great question for you.
Underdog, I missed you, man. Where you been? Underdog comes in and he throws some fucking gasoline in the chat every time he gets here, man.
Hey, chat, just a question here. So if like the passing game struggles and they get out to another 2-2, 2-4 start or something like that. I don't know. Just shits and bubbles here. You think the Eagle fans will start screaming for fucking Tanner Manning?
Nah.
No, not you guys.
Nah,
not the kings of overreacting. Not
Look
the
at this
fucking
numbnuts. Yeah,
hey,
no, I don't.
You wanted Nick Sirianni. You wanted Nick Sirianni fired after fucking game 4 last year.
Well, it depends what it looks like. How long you think?
That is so Eagle-like right there. Depends on what it looks like.
I mean, that's everything in life.
I get it. Hey.
Look at Iceberg says, I was on the Ringo bandwagon. No, I was the only guy I questioned all offseason, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe open your ears and listen or save your bullshit comments. Come on, man. All right, we got some supers to get to. We got Mike North coming up.
Mike North's coming up here, guys. By the way, he loves the Eagles. And he loves Jalen Hurts, man. He said
Big Marsh said, look at this. He says, I'm just now tuning in. This was 407. I'm just now tuning in. I don't know where the convo is, but unlike you, Sills, I can admit my wrong, and you were absolutely right. Dickhead Ringo is a stiff. I finally said it. How you doing?
Big Marshall! Oh, my God, who fucking questions every gosh dang thing? Can't use the Lord's name in vain. That's one of the very few things I will not do. But I will say this to you. Big Marshall, I owe you one. Big Marshall, I promise you. The next one will be Sidney Brown's stuff, too. Hey, by the way, you know why? He can't tackle.
Go ahead. Josh B says, gotta stir the pot. Does McManning have a higher ceiling throwing than Jalen?
Oh, yes, Josh, he does. Because the pass.
Josh, you had to do it, Josh, didn't you?
Josh, he does have a higher ceiling than Hurts. Shit, you guys just said it. I want to see him do more. I want to see him in more games. Absolutely. I've seen Jalen for 100 games. I know what's up.
Scanner McKee.
Scanner McKee. Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Hey, R. Anthony says, Big Z, Sills is setting you up. You think, R. Anthony?
Wait.
I can't be myself in this show today. I gotta tiptoe around. I gotta tiptoe around the yard a little bit.
Hold on for a second here. I'm gonna throw this at you here. Do you see Sirianni not want to make sure that he started some shit? The guys in the booth go like this. So what'd you think of Tanner McKee's game last night? He goes like this. Yeah, played well. He didn't want to start any crap when it came to Carson Wentz and Jalen Hurts.
About Jalen Hurts, and Sirianni goes on a diatribe about it. Yeah. Chris got $5. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it, brother. Kyle says, would you trade McKee in a third for Ward or Newsome? Nah,
I'm
dude.
not trading a guy.
We have a quarterback that runs the ball a lot. You got to keep a good backup. I think
I'm not doing that.
Jason says, Sil, someone – you probably got this one. So someone like in Ringo's position where he isn't fully fighting for his life because he still has another year, is it laziness because games don't count? No, Jason.
No, it's not laziness. It's skill set. He doesn't have it. He can't turn his fucking hips. It's very
I'll
simple.
tell you what, Ringo's still tasting that dirt from off Jamar Chase's
Oh,
cleats.
hey, you think?
Yeah.
That guy went like this. He shook him.
He got a piece of that dirt lodged in his throat, man.
Hey, did you see what he did? He shook the change loose from him. It fell out of his pocket, and then he wheel routed him and ran in the end zone.
Yep.
How you doing?
That dude's a good fucking football player, Jamar Chase, man. That dude can play, man.
He's a special football player, man.
Yeah, he is. All right, Phil, it's great stuff, brother.
You guys are absolutely killing it. Big Z, you keep it up, man. And by the way, Keely Bingo is in a lot of trouble, man. And that Sidney Brown guy's in a lot of trouble.
What do you think Eagles are what do you think McKee's worth right now in the open market?
3rd rounder.
Oh, that's low. 3rd. I'm not taking that. Get lost.
Okay. You're starting to talk Jalen Hurts was a 2nd rounder.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So was Andrew McCooma.
Big Z, way to go, brother. I appreciate you.
All right, see you, Sills. Love you, brother. Appreciate everybody.
Guys, we're absolutely spectacular in here. You know what, man? You guys had such a great time with Mike North. And I reached out to him last week. And I got everybody coming up here, and they're going like this to me. They said, hey, man, let's get that Mike North on. Again, I go,